How's it going, guys? Bibi here with another figure review. So today I'm going to be reviewing this beautiful figure of Hanayo. So this here is Love Live School Idol Festival's Hanayo Koizumi 1/7 scale figure by Ulta. So this was new off of Ami. She is beautiful and she cost me a whopping 14,190 yen. So that's about 170 New Zealand dollars with shipping. So she was pretty pricey. She was released in December of 2016 and I missed out on her when she first came out, so I was lucky enough to actually find this new on Ami, and it was while the points sale was going on. So I was able to actually get quite a few extra points for buying her. I think it was about 3,500 points, something around about those lines, so I was pretty stoked to get her for that as well. I've been looking forward to opening this, so let's have a closer look at the box. The boxes for these figures are always beautiful, and let's have a closer look at my waifu. So like all Ulta boxes with this line of School Idol Festival figures, they are all beautiful. There are lots of logos everywhere and a lot of photos of the figure that's inside. On the back there is also a nice signature, which is pretty cool. And then on the other side you do get to see another good photo of what figure you're getting. On the front there is a nice big window so you can see the figure, and there is a seal of authenticity on the front as well as the top. So let's get Hanayo out. She is sealed up nicely in her blister pack. There are sellotape pieces all over this to make sure that it's nice and safe and it's not going to open in transit, which is great. And like all Ulta figures, they do have a lot of plastic all over it, so then your figure is nice and safe. So taking a look at Hanayo's hair, it has a lot of layering and lots of different shades of blonde and brown. A lot of movement as well, so it's really pretty. Absolutely love the outfit that she's got on. There's so much things going on, and there is a lot of golds and whites and blues, and I absolutely love those flags. Those flags are adorable. They're painted nicely, there are no paint defects, and they're sculpted really nicely as well. Another thing that I love about this figure is the pearlescent sheen that you have at the bottom of her sleeves and her shirt. Absolutely love that blue, and there are little polka dots in there as well. Her hat is also really cute. It's got a little badge on it that says Love Live, and it's made really nicely. The only downside with this hat is that it doesn't seem to look like that there is much of a magnet that is inside. The magnet is very weak. It took me ages to figure out that there is a certain way that it has to go on, and it doesn't stay on very well at all. As you see, it does snip to the head, but it is easily knocked off, so you've got to be very careful. So there she is, she's got her hat on. She looks extremely cute. Not only that, but she is also really easy to put onto a base, and she's nice and secure. But again, that hat is not as secure as she is onto the base, so be careful and just make sure that you don't move your figures around too much. She is a beautiful figure. We're going to take a 360 look at her, and I love that pose that she's in. That pose is so cute. It's so cheerful and happy. It really works for the kind of cheerleader look that she's got going on with the flags and whatnot. I am in love with this figure. There are so many different elements that's going on that you really need to take a closer look, just like we're going to do now. As you see, Hanayo's face is just so cute. She's got a nice big grin on her face. There is a lot of little knickknacks on her belt, and as I said before, there are little white polka dots in that blue. I do love that blue sheen, it is so pretty. Her skin is painted really nicely, and those boots are made really nicely as well. Just everything about this figure, the movement, the colour, the sculpt, it's all really nice, and I'm definitely happy with my purchase. I've had this figure here for a while now, and there are some things that I absolutely love about her, but there are some things that I've got a bit of a problem with. So I'm going to go through some of these now. So starting with her base, I think that it's just as beautiful as all of the other bases. I actually do like all of the bases from the Love Live set. I think that they're simplistic, but I think that it all works very well. And the use of green as a representation of Hanayo really works. I think that they picked the right colour for her. In saying that, Hanayo's base is actually rather large. Compared to the likes of Reen's base, if I pick up Reen here, as you see, her base compared to Hanayo's base, you can already see the difference. So it does kind of take up a lot of room, which is a little bit of a shame. You can work around that, but you have to have them on their bases. So if you don't have much room for figures, you're going to have a problem with these bases. Hanayo was very easy to put onto her base, and when you look at her shoes, the way that they snip into the base, there is no kind of seam line. It sits very nicely. Talking about her shoes are beautiful. I love the pearliness that they've given this whole figure. I think that the pearly sheen all throughout this figure is beautiful, and the use of it on the shoes in particular looks really nice. Her boots also have these really cute looking buckles on them. I think that the use of white, blue and gold looks really nice together, and I quite like how there's buckles here and there on this figure. Going up to her socks are painted really nicely. It's a bit more of a different blue colour than the rest of it. It's a little bit more of a matte colour, which I think that it works considering that they are her socks. I wouldn't want them to be any lighter or any darker, to be honest. I think that they picked the right colour. I absolutely love Hanayo's pose. I like the kind of cheerleader look to it, the hurrah, go team type of pose. It looks really cute, and the way that she's got her legs sticking out. I think that the pose all together is really nice. Hanayo's skin is painted really nicely. It's got a nice soft look, and there is no paint transfer, which is really great. On top of that, there's a little bit of shading here and there, which is great to see. Going on to Hanayo's pants, I'm not usually a huge fan of the poofy shorts, but these ones really work with this figure, with this outfit in general. I love the kind of creases that they've put into it. I like the sculpt. The paint job is really nice, and I like the little touches of gold that they've got on the back. I think that the pants are actually sculpted really well. The whole outfit in general is sculpted really well, especially when you go up to Hanayo's shirt. Her shirt has a lot of detail in it. Again, the use of gold, the use of white and blue, it all really works. It kind of definitely makes her look like a sailor, that's for sure. She has a lot of little knickknacks hanging off of her belt, which her belt is a separate sculpt. It's not actually connected up to her shirt. Unfortunately, I accidentally broke one little bit off of it. I don't know when it happened. I know that I had it there when I opened the figure and I was showing it off on camera, but unfortunately somewhere down the line it broke off. So you need to be very careful with those. They're very fragile, and when I had a closer look, it did kind of look slightly flimsy, like it was the fact that it wasn't sculpted as securely, it wasn't put in place very securely. So that is a little bit of a negative. Just talking more about Hanayo's shirt, I love the way that they sculpted her bust. I like how they've kind of given her a lot of roundness and definition in her breast area, and it has a lot of nice little ruffles and shading just to kind of emphasize her breasts, because Hanayo is a bit more of a busty character, and I like the fact that they didn't hide that, and it really works with this kind of outfit that she's wearing. I love the little sailor scarf that she's wearing. It is really cute and it works very well with this outfit as well. It's sculpted really nicely, and it's got a nice pastel blue colour, and it just melds very well. I just think it's really cute. If you look at Hanayo's sleeves, she does have a little logo there saying School Idol Festival, so then we know that it's from School Idol Festival. This here is actually a promo card, and while it's not one of my favourite cards, I think that they've done the card justice. I think it's really cute, but they could have really picked any number of Hanayo's cards to make into a figure. I've got a few that I would have loved to have. While I think that they could have picked better, I think that this one looks okay. I do like this figure and the way that she is painted, the way that she is sculpted, and they've done justice to the card at least. Taking a look at Hanayo's face, her face is just adorable. I think that they've done it very well. It's got a nice colour to it, it's got a nice sculpt. I still feel that she has a little bit of the kind of upper lip issue that Hanayo seems to have in all of her figures. She always seems to have this weird kind of, there's something odd with her upper lip and her nose. I can't quite pick what it is. It's like that there's not enough room, or I don't know. There's just always something wrong with Hanayo's lip, and you can see it in this figure, but it's not as noticeable, which is great. Hanayo's hair is painted and sculpted really well, and the way that they've done the seam line on the hair is, once again, like all the Ulta figures, hidden very well. It's still kind of noticeable, but where they've placed it is placed very well. I love the kind of shape that they've given her hair, because she has a short haircut, but it still has a lot of movement and it looks really nice. On top of that, the paint job is beautiful. There's kind of a gradient colour in her hair, going from a darker colour to a lighter colour, and I think that just gives it that much extra definition. It looks really nice. Hanayo does have a hat, and I do like her hat. I think it's really cute. It does come off. Unfortunately, because it's attached by a magnet, there is a little bit of an issue with this, because the magnet isn't very strong. Unlike the likes of Maki's magnet in her head and hat, where it's obvious that there is a magnet inside, this one is not strong enough to even realise that there was a magnet at first. I thought that you just had to kind of push it down and make sure that it stayed. No, there's supposed to be a magnet to keep it in place. Hers is one of the most weakest magnets that I've found so far, and it's a real annoyance, to be honest, because if you knock her, her hat comes off very easily. Her hat is painted and sculpted really well, and I do like that little badge of Love Live that she's got sitting on the side of her hat. I think that is really cute, and the gold just kind of pops because of the colours of the hat. But the fact that that magnet isn't very strong is a negative. So all in all, guys, I love this figure. There are some things that I'm not in love with. There are some things that I am in love with. I would suggest buying her, but be aware she is expensive, and she is still available on AmiAmi. So if you do want to pick her up new, you can find her pretty easily. So what do you think of this Hanayo? Do you think that she's cute? Do you own this one, and is there anything that you find wrong with her? Leave it all down in the comments below. I look forward to reading them all. While you're there, please make sure to give this video a big like and share it out to all your friends. I'd really appreciate it, and it'd help me out a lot. If you haven't already, please go check out the rest of my channel. I've got anime news, anime figure reviews, and anime recommendations, along with live streams and unboxings. So many things for you guys to check out, so make sure to go and take a look, because I'm pretty sure you won't get bored. If you want to see what I've been up to and check out all of my photos and see all of the figures that I may have not shown you guys, but I have taken photos of, some spoilers there, make sure to go check out my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, and my Discord. I've got plenty of socials, and all the links are down in the description below. If you want to see more from me and more videos like this, then please make sure to subscribe for a wide range of anime content. From Moe to Mika, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!